Stay behind me.
Long time no see, Raguna. Can you smell that? Sweet old Margarita's restaurant. Come on! Let's go stuff our faces already.
Let's take care of important matters first. You'll eat well soon. I promise.
Yeah, I know. We're here to find Cardathea. I still can't believe Tethys couldn't unlock the Sentinel's relic we found in Septimon.
At least now we know it's called a civilization capsule. It probably holds key legacy data left behind by the Sentinel.
Like some ancient data recorder, right? But Tethys said to unlock it, we'll need the Leviathan's power. If it's really from the Sentinel, why do we need the Threnodian's power for that?
Maybe because they fused together at some point.
Oh well, guess that's why we need to find Cardathea. Maybe she'll know a workaround. The Black Shore is warned that the waters in Raguna are acting weird again. Gotta be extra careful. And you know, something feels off in the city, too. It's not as cheerful as when we left it. Yeah, and they just threw a huge carnival not long ago, too.
Amid howling winds, rising storms, and ghosts adrift, I heard the captain's call.
Look! Over there! Isn't that Brant and Rachia? Wow! The troop of fools is putting on a show!
Hoist the sails, O humanity! The abyss and the summit have entwined. Your only path now is forward, bold and uncharted. You stand on the precipice. Now is the hour to decide your fate, to plant the seed of your highest hope, and watch it bloom into tomorrow.
Captain, why do you burn alone in your own flames?
If you do not first become ashes, how will you rebuild? Embrace your fire. Embrace your grief. Go into your solitude. I love those who dare to create, who strive to transcend. For in doing so, their old selves are destroyed. Yes, so they might reach the shores of a new life.
The journey onward is perilous. To stand still is perilous. To look back is also perilous. To tremble and falter is perilous. Now, I begin to understand what truly makes a hero great. It is to stand before humanity's deepest sorrow and its highest hope.
Oh, how I love those whose souls remain rich. Should you stand alone, suffering in the endless dark, today.
Life is but a walk, a poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by fools, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Where am I? That was Christophora's voice just now. Is this another one of his... illusions? Buling's bronze mirror isn't responding. Abby. No answer. This isn't like what happened in Septimont. I guess I can only keep moving.
Amid the endless cycle of surging tides, she plunges into fate's swirling maelstrom once more. Soon, she will wear a new crown, one ordained by fate. Her fate was written long ago. What remains is but a fleeting. What you see before you is fate itself. And now, with every step you take, you stir the tides into motion. Is it fate that rules over man, or man who commands fate? I await your answer to this.
What is this place? Through me, walk the path of glorious ascension. Through me, enter the city of eternal bliss. All who enter must first forsake all hope. These tacit discords, why aren't they attacking?
Harbinger, open the gates of paradise for us.
You'd better leave. This place isn't leading to any salvation. Leviathan, I will deliver you her death.
Rover! Rover?
We could try this. Nightmare Awakener.
Oh, you're finally awake! 1 second I'm fine. The next...
I'm fine. What I saw, though.
Sounds like this. From what I've heard, the details vary, but they all end the same way. And it's not just in Dreamland either. Rover, I'm not sure if you've heard, but there have been strange rumors appearing across Renesita lately. Even in Septimont, folks claim they've seen tacit discords not of this land in the wilds, or the ghosts of their ancestors.
Thanks to all these oddities, the mood in Raguna has gone sour. The troupe performed today because Brant thought a new play to lighten the mood might give the people some hope.
But here's the odd part. Only Renesidans seem to be having these dreams. Visitors are spared. The same should be true of you.
Well, not Bran or me, but someone in the troupe has. They said they dreamed of sinking into an enormous black ocean.
Tacit discords in the stormy sea have been more restless lately. And the siren songs? We'll keep gathering intel on our end. Might be worth asking around the city to see who else has been experiencing this. Renesita's tides don't lie.
What were those tacit discords whispering about? The gates of paradise? And the word harbinger? Could they mean the harbinger of the dark tide? The only harbinger of the dark tide is Fenrico. But he should still be sealing the dark tide at the orders for Bricatorium. That figure I saw in Cardathia's murder. I came back to find her, so I should look for her first. She might know what's at the root of all this.
Stay behind me. Stay behind me.
Is that Cantarella up ahead?
Rover, what brings you back to the inverted tower so suddenly?
Something's come up. Did something unusual?
I've only just arrived. For now, everything... There are matters I, too, need to discuss with Cartathea.
Cantarella?
How could this happen?
That woman.
Leviathan. I will deliver.
Why does this... Her tacit mark. Look.
No. Something's wrong. It's strange. I can't sense any frequency from her, and yet... she is still resonating with... something.
A resonator's frequency is usually gone when they die, right? This doesn't make any sense.
There's something even stranger. Cartathea had her sword in hand. With her strength, how could she fall to an intruder like that? And it doesn't look like she even tried to resist.
The Sword of Divinity, sealed with a portion of the set.
There's something even stranger. The inverted tower itself is a sealed sonoro. Only the Vesalias know it exists. So how did she find it? And she broke through the stained glass from the outside. Physically, not by tearing through the sonorosphere. There's something even stranger. Spent casings. These traces. Could they be from the dark tide?
You bet they are. I'd know that stench anywhere. And I caught the same frequency on that freak who jumped out earlier.
There's something even stranger. Cantarella, you never did get to say what brought you here.
Cartathea reached out to me with an urgent matter to discuss. She gave no details, only insisting that I come at once. With the strange phenomena stirring across Raguna, I feared it might be linked to the dark tide, or Leviathan.
Was what I saw really just an illusion? I saw this. Her death, that woman. She was using dark tide energy. Whatever the case, we need to find the one who did this. I want answers.
Leave Cartathea to me. I'll bring her back to the Phasalia estate and keep her safe.
Heh, this nose? I could track the dark tide blindfolded. Let's follow the stench and hunt down this killer. That's weird. The trail ends here, but... my head's starting to spin again.
It's the dark tide's energy messing with you again. You can rest. I'll search the area. Abby. Asleep already. Since leaving the inverted tower, Raguna's sky. What happened to it?
Spear of glory! Pierce through! Slipped away again. By this spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil.
Avidius? What are you doing out here?
What any gladiator of Septimont is born to do. Hunting. But you, Your Grace, you vanished without a word. What brings you back in such a hurry? That's a long story. Let's speak of more pressing matters. Are you after the Thundering Method?
No. I'm tracking someone else.
Silver hair and violet eyes, cloaked in cursed shadow-lit flame. So you seek the one they call Discord Slayer.
Discord Slayer. Sounds like you know something about her.
Yes, she's on my radar. I suspect the recent tacit Discord outbreak in Raguna City is tied to her presence. Your Grace hasn't heard. I had gone there in search of the Quill Bearer. While gathering information, the city was suddenly overrun. To be precise, they looked more like spawn of the dark tide.
The outbreak has since been contained, but the Genesis Nexus was damaged. Without it, common echoes can't be used, and Raguna is no longer secure. The Montellis and the Order agreed to evacuate all civilians to Alvarado Vault, where private echoes can still be deployed.
A TD outbreak. Right after I left. But while I was there, I did...
The Thundering Mephis has fled! The path ahead is safe.
Thank you for your help, Gladiator! Alvarado Vault isn't far from here. We can handle the...
Now, about the Discord Slayer you seek. The townsfolk shared some troubling whispers. She may call herself that, but witnesses have seen her alongside swarms of Tacet Discords, leading them like troops into battle. What's more, many have confirmed that the unrest across Raguna coincides exactly with her appearances. The time and place match perfectly. I even crossed paths with her on the road to Raguna. I sensed a... Of course. Even if she didn't cause the Darktide is Rinasita's ancient enemy. If you're hunting her...
Do you have any leads on her whereabouts?
If I'm correct, the Thundering Mephis we encountered is also a Darktide creation. This, we can track it. And from the...
An anchor stone. You brought that all the way from Septimont?
A habit picked up on the hunt. You're no stranger to its use either, Your Grace. Looks like I'm fortunate to be hunting alongside you again. Take note. Enemies ahead. Darktide creations. Grant them the oblivion they deserve.
Wind rises! Annihilation! Tempest of slashes.
What a hollow existence. Who scripted you?
You mentioned you left Tetragon Temple to search for the Quill Bearer here in Raguna, right?
I grew weary of waiting. No trace of him yet. But I've learned this much. Here no verses were ever penned about me. The Ragunesi know not my name, past, nor the prophecy I once carried. Here, I am a completely blank page. If my former existence was just a fabrication, an idea of some, then perhaps here in Raguna I am free to write my own story. Free to define my own existence. Free to create a reality of my own. This matters more than finding him. I will break.
Your fate is what you want it to be. No one else could decide who you are. No one has the right to dismiss your efforts and dreams with some absurd idea of destiny. You'll find your own truth.
You honor me. I hope to prove. The anchor stone is holding strong. Let's push forward. Our destination is up ahead. Is that an entrance to a paradimensional tacit field? Raguna's geographical records haven't documented this. Do you feel that? That ominous energy? Huh. The anchor stone confirms the thundering Mephis is hiding here. Very well. I stand with you. Whatever comes, you have my sword.
What happened? Where's Avidius? We crossed inside at the same time. It's the thundering Mephis.
Open the gates.
You just battle him without thinking.
That voice. Discord Slayer. Is this her trap? Another illusion.
Focus. You are an illusion. It's weaponizing your combat instincts. Steady your resolve. Do not let its whispers sway you.
pain and hallucinations are fading. Is she helping me?
Good. See that cocoon in the center? The Thundering Mephis is just there. That right there is the core of his domain. Destroy it. Then the monster and this illusion will unravel together.
The wicked will face judgment! Hopefully this helps. I am the Tempest! Annihilation! Wind rises! Hopefully this helps. Wind rises! Annihilation! The wicked. It worked. But
who are you? And what did you do to Cardathea?
Now is not the time for stories. But I'll tell you this. I'm here to kill the Harbinger of the Darktide.
I can't hear her voice anymore.
Rover! Are you unharmed?
I'm fine. So it's...
The Thundering Mephis was nowhere in sight. I couldn't see his face clearly, but I heard him call himself. Caligula was a tyrant, feared throughout. Legends say he wielded a vial, but he didn't fight it. But not before he left a curse.
The power to command the Darktide's creation. That Discord Slayer said she's hunting the Harbinger to stop. She pulled me from the illusion. If she's the cause of this chaos, why help me? This isn't making sense. Harbinger.
Rover. Traces of the Darktide's frequency still linger where the paradimensional tacit field collapsed. The anchor stone is useless now. The signal is blocked by some sort of spatial layer.
Augusta said the Darktide spoke to her when my telepathic ability should give me a way in.
Telepathy? Your Grace, I don't want to see another tragedy like what befell Septimont.
We're falling behind. The Discord... I'm not letting any lead. I can't see anything. I'm only getting jumbled voices. Focus. I should be able to hear something.
Okay, everybody listen. Don't panic. Take the lift. It will bring you to safety.
The prototype echoes in the depositories. Activate them all.
Those voices. They're in Alvarado Vault. The Darktide creations.
It's currently sheltering a large number of civilians.
Let's not waste time.
Zani, status of the evacuation.
80% of Raguna's residents, but the troop of fools hit a storm while ferrying people from the Riccioli Islands. Ruffs?
Trust them to see it through.
Miss Carlotta, we've cleared the depositories as ordered, ready to receive incoming supplies.
Good. Renacita's greatest treasure has always been the people who built it. The next Cloud Puffer Express is due at any moment. Be ready to offload.
Understood, ma'am.
Rover! If you mean the incident in Raguna, you've likely already heard. A horde of Tacet Discords has
Evacuation here is still on track. No anomalies detected in Averardo Vault. Yet. Your assistance is appreciated, Seravidius. The residents from Eglatown have all been accounted for.
I am simply fulfilling my duty.
Strange. I clearly sense the Darktide's presence around here. So why does everything seem normal?
Gunfire! We've got intrusion.
These Tidespawn, they've evolved fast. Mutation? Or... And sure enough...
Entering a restricted zone armed without triggering a single alarm.
Be careful. Her abilities are not normal.
All this by her hand.
Fiction and reality are starting to blur. Don't put your faith in appearances. That is what they really are.
The Dark Tide can corrupt, and you carry its power. What proof do we have this isn't your doing?
You don't. Believe whatever you want.
By the sacred statues of the divinity, evil shall know no peace. Only the righteous may taste eternity. Wickedness shall be Galbrenna, demon wrought from ruin. You are not welcome here.
Fenrico? Why would he be here?
You have slaughtered my flock and ushered in ruin. The Sentinel's wrath is already upon you. I will cast you back into damnation myself before your carnage spreads any further. You should be howling in the Styx depths, your soul aflame in the pit's cruel...
If you're offering me a shortcut back to hell, I'd honestly appreciate the favor.
Your heart holds no reverence for the divine. Only desecration and scorn. Demon, your sins are ripe for judgment. By the highest will's command, I shall strike down all that you have wrought. Justice shall be done.
She could have dodged that. But she took the hit to shield the civilian. And Fenrico. He knew innocents were here.
Righteous one, I come to cleanse Renacita of a traitorous demon, and of Renacita teeters on the edge of the path to deliverance lies within the civilized.
Unless you're not Fenrico at all. Who are you? What do you want?
Bloodshed cannot be avoided. My goal is pure, singular. All I've done so Renacita survives the divine reckoning and rises as a land free from sorrow. No understanding is needed, only faith. Hand over the civilization capsule.
So, the civilization capsule is your goal after all. I lost your patience.
Death is the fruit of transgression.
You and your divinity cannot end me! And these Darktide shams. Today, you face your reckoning.
I am the Enlightened One.
Ah, so you're the core of these abominations. Took long enough to hunt you down. Still pretending that mask isn't cracked.
Mocked by fate, whispering poison, a demon.
It's too bad I'm not the one judging. If the Darktide's power isn't enough to convince, how about we try this? The envoys declare the guilt, but Imperator is the only true judge. By the light of Imperator, repent!
It's the light of Genesis.
Looks like the judgment is clear. These hollow existences don't need your mercy. Protect the civilization capsule. That's what...
How were they able to disguise themselves as humans?
I've never heard of any possessing such ability.
Their fangs are bare them. Don't hesitate. Let's end them all.
The one mimicking the Primus is the heart. Take it down, and the rest will collapse with it.
It's calling in more of them. We'll need to clear the rubble while waiting for our shot.
That which cometh from the sea shall walk upon the land. It shall work great wonders and mark the flesh its faithful. All who have ears to hear, let them hear.
Swift and resolute. Hopefully this helps. The hour is upon us.
Surrender. The world is mine. Take this. Still recognize me?
Come at me. All yours.
Ovidius, you have received the blessing of my master. Serve your true divinity.
I shall never back down! Rover, now!
Another dimension. Within the civilization capsule. But why does it open up now?
Permissions detected, Arbiter. First instance initiated. All probabilistic futures now revealed. Outcome verified. Blueprint compiled. Advancing to Phase 2. Arbiter, this moment was always foreseen. Now, Arbiter, I grieve to say, I am but a message, set to time in this place, flows near still. A moment remains for us to speak. When I merged with Leviathan, it seized a fragment of my mind, and with it, a trace of my power to separate. I knew not the fullness of its design. As a safeguard, I split elements of my core data into this space, the civilization capsule. It records the origin and birth of the Rinnesetan civilization, preserving their most ancient memories. Once, we drafted the first blueprint for these seaborn kin. Now, I have entombed it here. Arbiter, heed me now. Let me unveil Rinneseta's beginning. In the beginning, life rose and fell with the tide. The displaced and wandering did follow my guidance. They journeyed unto the archipelago. There, I did leave knowledge and technology, that they might walk the path to freedom.
Your light blesses us.
We follow your will.
To build our republic. Unity became the bedrock of civilization. But Leviathan seized upon mankind's longing for unity to manifest civilization's shadow. It spoke in my name, wrought false miracles, forged hollow grace, feeding on stagnant, obedient minds.
We are blessed by the sea. By you, we are unified. By you, we are born. From the sea we came, and to the sea we shall return.
From the founding of civilization, it had invaded their spirit and beliefs. I rose against it, only to unleash the dark tide. It scarred Rinneseta beyond measure. I began to question all I had done. The Threnodian did steer Rinneseta's fate. And I too once guided Rinneseta's course. In truth, we were no different. We both sought to mold civilization after our own will. Those who truly walked the land were never granted the right to choose. civilizations abound with Thrunodians. No eternal solution doth exist. Have I the right to choose their fate? The shaping of a civilization must belong to its people. Only the people can decide where their future must lead. What followed, thou already knowest. I allowed the Thrunodian to exist. I chose coexistence, using myself to shackle it. I partook of its blight, that I might comprehend it. Once, I did seek thy counsel. Thou granted me the freedom to choose.
I just have one question. What?
When Leviathan and I were one, I split a sliver of its frequency. A memory. That memory, the capsule was ever meant for thy hands. My design was that it should open only in the presence of thou and the resonator, bearing both my power and that of Leviathan.
What if that resonator became the Thrunodian's puppet?
If that came to pass, then Rinasita hath already fallen, and the truth within this capsule. But if she standeth with humanity, then this truth is hers to know. And thine. Leviathan was born from the dark side of mankind's longing for unity. Their fear of the sea shaped its likeness as a great sea creature. Even at civilization's dawn, it had already tainted mankind's hearts. The opening of the capsule shall stir the Rinascitan's oldest memories. If the Rinascitans wouldst walk a path free of divinity, they must face their past and the most primeval fear. They, Arbiter, the hour of farewell hath come. Go now, gather every last hope. If all unfoldeth as it should, Rinascita shall be free of divinity henceforth. When the shadows of the soul are at last dispelled, Rinascita shall welcome a true dawn, and humanity shall have a future beyond any I could foresee.
The true faithful believed in Imperator. So too did Imperator believe in humanity.
You killed the Blessed Maiden before my eyes. Raguna's disasters are tied to your actions. Now, tell me what I need to know.
If I told you I acted to save Cartethia, would you believe me? This place is protected by Imperator. For now, Leviathan can't hear us. This is for you.
Righteous One, trust her, and trust me. Everything we've done is to defeat Leviathan.
That is her frequency.
I need you to accept this. Cartethia is dead, but she may still return. For that to happen, we need to kill Leviathan.
Kill Leviathan? Didn't she absorb it when they merged?
Now, Leviathan is on the verge of rebirth. It stole some of the Sentinel's power. During your battle with the Blessed Maiden, it split off a trace of its frequency and hid it in a gem. I'm sure you've seen it. That gem ended up in the Fraxidus' hands. Their whole play in Rinasita, use it to bring back Leviathan.
So the Fraxidus has been incubating the Thenodian. How long has this been going on?
Perhaps longer than we can imagine. Even your clash with Kartetia may have been scripted. A setup to give Leviathan a shot at slipping the Sentinel.
You know about that? Just who are you, Discord Slayer? I can't imagine Kartetia keeping something that important from me.
Think of me as what I am. An Avenger hunting Leviathan. As for the rest... The next Harbinger of the Darktide has surfaced. Until we can find him or her, we keep this quiet to avoid the worst-case scenario. Our first priority is to find them. If we don't, the Darktide can overwhelm Raguna again at any moment.
You're saying this Harbinger is behind all the Darktide creations we're seeing?
Not all. The Harbinger resonates with Rinasita's darkest emotions. Those emotions, if the emotion is strong enough and the Harbinger is near, those things evolve. They feed, you've noticed it. The Tide spawn in Raguna are starting to mimic us. Which means... Exactly. I've always hunted the Darktide's creations. Each one shares slivers of thought and memory. I kill them, and I take what they know. They've been watching you. They want the civilization capsule. So, I followed you. Tracked your movements. Figured if I stayed close, sooner or later I'd find the Tidespawn's core. Maybe even the Harbinger. The capsule only unlocks with both the Sentinel and Thenodian's power. And it opened the moment you and that gladiator touched it. So...
You think it's Avidius. But you carry the Darktide's power too.
Caution is a virtue in a hunter. You're right. The Darktide is in me. But Leviathan stopped counting me among the living a long time ago. And this power, it's mine. Who I turn it against is my choice. You're welcome to try and stop me. But me? I'm not stopping this. When calamity strikes, I trust you'll know exactly where to point your blade. Huh. Good. Then hunt with me. Huh. The Sentinel's frequency is gone. I guess the time for talking is over. Leviathan's power is spreading, and this space is about to collapse. We need to find a way out.
These things, they're all Tidespawn.
The civilization capsule was tainted by the Darktide. That's how I got in. Followed the corruption straight through.
So you can enter the Darktide. No wonder we couldn't find you.
Yes, but the frequencies there are chaotic. I locked onto yours and followed it through the storm. You have access to core data. But Avidius, he might have been swept into the frequency vortex. Hard to say where he went. We need to move fast to find him. Figure out who he really is before the next wave of Tidespawn hits. The exit is at the end of this wind trail. Stay on it! Collapse is accelerating. Our way out is closing fast. Faster! We're almost there!
Rover! Good. Looks like you haven't run into too much trouble. It hasn't been long since you disappeared into the rift. Once that thing masquerading as Fenrico was slain, the other Tidespawn didn't last.
That was the last one. With the family's private echo arsenal backing us up, we held the line just...
Surely you didn't think we'd fall apart without you? We're Aganasia.
This Phalian Beringal. When the core was destroyed, the other Tidespawn lost their form. For now, the vault is secure. At least, until the next... I'd set up order terminals around the perimeter, though. They'll detect humanoid mimics and prevent new Tidespawn from forming here.
Might I ask...
Where's that gladiator?
Seravidius made it out of the rift before you. But he didn't look great. Kept muttering about needing to stop the crisis. Then off he went, like a man on fire.
Give me your hand. I left a mark on Avidius during our fight earlier. With Baelor's power, I can tap into his sight. We'll find his trail.
I must move quickly. Silence, you maddening whispers! No. I'll be damned before I accept a fate like that. There must be something left. I won't let the same tragedy happen twice.
He's headed for Thessalio Fells.
We've lost contact with Cantarella. The beacon on her end appears to have been destroyed.
Dark clouds are gathering over Thessalio Fells. Something is definitely wrong.
Very well. We'll hold the line. Zani, call in the family's transport echoes. We'll assist Rover where we can.
Don't complicate things. Put those echoes towards supply runs instead. Stay close. We're taking the sky route.
Manipulating the air to form a wind trail. Is that your resonance ability?
One of them. I have the tacit discord harpia within me.
Not an echo, but a tacit discord itself. So you can absorb them directly.
You can say that. Balor is one of many.
One of many. Now I'm really curious about you and your abilities.
If we live through this, maybe I'll tell you. But right now...
We need to find the Harbinger. Do you know how we can identify them?
First things first, they'll be corrupted by the Darktide. But the signs aren't always so visible. We'll have to look for associated side effects, and prepare for what they might bring. We've entered Thessalio Fells. I can already sense the Tidespawn up ahead.
That's a Thessalia member. We need to help him. Leave it to me.
Ah, this rover. It's a sentinel.
What happened here?
Darktide creation swarmed without warning. We were overrun before we could...
Move aside. We'll clean up. Ha! The flames roar.
Thank you. Lady Cantarella is still on the front lines fighting. Would you please help to reinforce her position?
More bullets for you.
It's too late, my lady. My mind can't be fixed. Save your... I only... I see it. The end times. Paradise. Descending at last.
Rover. She is. Why are you with her?
The Thessalia bloodline's ties with Leviathan run too deep. Their ancient fears were the first to be awakened. This is the true horror of the evolved Darktide. It feeds on human despair, warping that frequency to form Tidespawn. Your family's antidote can still cure those lightly infected. But for those whose corruption runs deep, like him, their frequencies cannot be reversed. All we can offer is the dignity of dying as a human.
My lady.
Matriarch of Thessalia, I understand the cruelty of such a choice. If you cannot strike...
Thessalia blood must be ended by Thessalia hands.
Thank you. May glory return to the Thessalians.
The dead rest. The living march forward. The Thessalia will never forget its fallen sons and daughters. Cartathea remains secure in the Phasalia estate. But the divinity's statue began whispering in our minds. Then came the Tidespawn soon after. It was Leviathan's voice. Something has awakened it.
It's very likely, Avidius. Right now, everything is riding on us finding him.
That Septimontian gladiator. Our scouts saw him advancing into the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Lady Cantarella! Rover! Reinforcements have arrived! Thessalio Fells. It's already... Attention! Acolyte Phoebe! A cluster of Tidespawn is marching towards the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Rover, Avidius is our mission.
I'll use my forte to defuse the family's antidote. It should help to mitigate the Darktide's influence.
We'll triage the wounded and fortify this position. The Order's acolytes will clear a path for you. Please. Whether the Sentinel comes or not, we...
O light of Genesis, shield us! As we were at the dawn, so we stand today, as the Sentinel soldiers.
The Order's acolytes are holding off the other Tidespawn. This is our chance to go straight for the source. Live to hunt. Hup.
Forgive me that you have to see me like this. When the civilization capsule opened, I was dragged inside. A black frequency took hold of me, swallowed me whole. I saw Rinasita's beginnings and the memories of so many of its people. I saw him too. Caligula. His face was like mine. He was my past and the future I am meant to inherit.
Leviathan used the Darktide's frequency to force those memories into him.
Yes, I once said that I would write my own story, define my... But after I left that space, I suddenly felt the tides. But once again, I stepped blindly into the churning river of chaos. The Thessalia's oldest memories awoke ahead of time. Because of me. Countless Tidespawn emerged in my wake. My hopes and dreams. From Septimont to Raguna.
Damn it. His mind.
This is... I am the one who glimpsed. But who can truly know the might of fate?
I am the king. I shall be crowned in glory.
Avidius.
Unwritten One, I have no need for your pity. From the deepest dark, I rise against your purest light. Let us see which is worthy of a true ruler.
If you believe he was once an honorable gladiator, then fight him. Make him remember who he truly is.
I can write my own fate and rewrite theirs. I can quench their hunger or ignite their fury. I will tear down this wretched, false world and ride the only truth that endures for eternity. Death.
Wind calls, waves follow. Tempest of slashes.
Gotcha. Behave now.
I once scorned the weakness of others. Now I see. My own heart trembles just the same. How pitiful.
His attacks are slowing.
His will is stirring within the dark tide. Don't let up. Your memories, your emotions, they were so lies. Reach for them. Find what was your truth. Lock on.
Wind calls, waves follow. Wind right. Hopefully this helps. Whirl and wuther. Tempest of slashes. The wicked. Wind rises. Judgment. Tempest of slashes. I am the Tempest! The wicked will face judgment. Remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
I am human. Not one of these monsters. This will be my final glory.
Avidius, remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
Fate lies within the dark wheels the dark tide.
There must.
Girl.
Wait! If you keep going, the dark tide will swallow you completely!
I know. The dark tide devours everything. It's already flowing inside of me. These false frequencies need me to survive. If this, then I'll show it who's the real boss. Fate may be loud.
A memory left behind. She's right. I still haven't moved.
want it to be a story that gives people hope. By my spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil. I will absorb all of the Tidespawn. Kill me and the calamity ends here.
Avidius!
There's no time! Discord Slayer, I saw your past in the Tide. I know what you seek to do. Take my power and finish it. That, too, is my wish.
I promise I will. Give me all your bitterness. We will make them pay.
Pathetic as he was, in his final moments, he outran his fate. Now, why greet our reunion with animosity? Before the tides of fate, we are all but players on a stage. A truly moving scene. Alas, his script was written long ago. A lie told often enough becomes the truth. Weave memory, history, experience, and you can craft a man who exists in the minds of others. But to become truly real, that path was still far off. I merely gave him form, a mask of... In the end, a being born of lies, grasping for meaning. Did you not see? I did. His intentions, his ambitions, his darkness. Humanity is fate's plaything. Through contradictions and conflicts, pain. Should you still insist on my cruelty, go then to Septimont. The curtain is drawing. There I shall rewrite Rinasita's fate. With the dark, will you suffer in silence beneath fate's...
You brought ruin to Rinasita. You think you're just walking away?
My stage lies elsewhere. In this scene, I am but a herald. But since you're so eager, I'll leave you with one final clue. I've never had much fondness for overrule. The dark tide has already tainted the civilization capsule. It no longer requires the Threnodians' authority to be opened. Just a single drop of the tide's nectar will suffice. So tell me, how could an existence be forewarned? When dark waters recede, the truth beneath the surface shall come to light.
The Harbinger of the Darktide is the anchor of reality of all Tidespawn. That means it must be a real, existing person. When I was absorbing the Tidespawn, I felt it. Avidius was also born of the Darktide.
Then, why didn't the light of
Because his intentions and words were real. He may not have shone as brightly as the sun, but in walking beneath its light, he still caught its glow. And that unshakable resolve not... That's why he played right into the Quillbearer's hands.
Avidius shouldn't have had to bear such a fate.
Yes. As he wished. Let's return to Cantarella and check on the wounded. The Tidespawn have fully retreated. The situation around Thessalio Fells is improving. Seems like the Order has already transported most of the wounded to Averado Vault. But as for the rest...
Cantarella told me stories about you. She said you're... But you can't save everyone.
Don't go. Don't leave. Don't abandon us.
Cardathia?
Mortals need salvation. Mortals need unity. Righteous One, open the Ascendant gates for me.
This world doesn't belong to you, Leviathan. Chimera! How are you feeling, Rover?
Stan? I said, stand down. Fall back.
But, Lady Cantarella, we all saw it! Just now!
Enough. I told you to stand down. You've withstood the whispers before. Will you forget your loyalty to your comrades in the face of fear?
I'm sorry, Lady Cantarella, and...
Leviathan is a master at finding the cracks in one's spirit to tear it asunder. Go do what you must. I'll handle it.
Certain emotions between you and the others resonated. Your tacit mark opened a portal, pulling you into another illusion. That portal fed on your presence to spread malice and fear. But before it could fully take shape,
I saw Fenrico, Mia, and Cardathia. They all passed through that gate. What exactly lies beyond it?
That's the realm Leviathan created. The journeying paradise. Avidius was Cristoforo's decoy. He planted that decoy in Septimont for years. When the waters recede... Rover, you are the new Harbinger of the Dark.
Cantarella went inside to prepare that antidote. She should be finished now. Time to find her.
Perfect.